Hello, travelers of the internet, and welcome back to Guardian Studios. Or if you are new to the channel, hey there and welcome to ya. My name is JGuard01, and I am your host, your guide, and your humble bard into the world of virtual. And I am very pleased to be able to welcome you all back to the channel, or in the case of newcomers, welcome you fresh to a Guardian Studios experience here on the YouTube channel. We are back on the world of Galabor again, my friends, where we have lots to do. Lots to do. Huh? Oh, we got nasties. For some reason, he did not see me behind him. What a dimwit. What a dimwit. Oh, I'm in a good mood. I'm in a very good mood. Hey, Ellison! Good to see ya. Glad you can make it to the stream. It is good to have you back in the chat today once again. Whoop. Gotta get the sugar cane. Trying, as some of you may know, to farm sugarcane and leather so I can make an enchanting room and start enchanting spears. Of course, it'd be easier if I had an XP farm around here, but hey, if needs be, I can always head out to a distant... can always head back to the Hobbit hole for a little while, scoop up what I need of XP there, and come back, and then do what we're gonna do here. Now, granted, that would take some time, but if I end up having to do it, I will do it. Don't think I won't. Alright, that covers the cows. They are bred and multiplying, which is exactly what we want. We want them to multiply. What is it, Elson? I think I know, but let me know. I feel like Lando in Return of the Jedi. Come on in, buddy, don't let me down. Come on and listen, don't let me down. Chicken jockey! There it is! I had a feeling that's what you were about to do. That's always fun. Honestly, that line is always going to be fun. It makes light of a very, very dangerous entity within the game, so I roll with it. I like it. There's some more paper. We are doing good on the paper front. Yes, I know what that is. I don't talk about it much on the channel because that's got to do with horror stuff, and horror does not strike me as family friendly. But I do know what it is, and yeah, I know what it is. I forgot what I was about to say. I was about to say something else, but I forgot what it was. That's scary. Yeah, there are those kind of moments. You know you're gonna say something, you know you're gonna say something, you know you're gonna say something, and then suddenly you're just like, darn it, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I know about the movie. I also know there is a second movie that would have just gone to, it's just gone to theaters, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, do I want to eliminate some of these cows right now, or no? I don't think I do. I think what I want to do is I want to reach into my ore supplies and crack open some XP giving ores. Basically, anything that's not a metal. If it's a metal, then it's not going to give me any XP. But I'm going to make sure I leave one of each of those ores unbroken. Now that's a lot of redstone. Good grief, that is a lot. Lapis lazuli. That's a lot of that too. Compact everything down as much as it can go. Good. Always gotta do that. Oh, nice. I guess. Hey, congrats. I hope you enjoy it. If you're gonna go see it, then I hope you enjoy the experience. Hello there. Hey, Ryan. You just made me do an Obi-Wan. Hello there. General Kenobi. It is good to see you, Ryan. How you doing, buddy? Doing alright? I hope so. I think I'm gonna make a second spear, just in case our first one doesn't get good enchantments when we go to do the enchanting stuff. Really? Really? You had a feel? You thought I was gonna do the General Kenobi thing? The hello there. I'm doing pretty good, buddy. I'm doing pretty good. I have been having a pretty good day. I've been very busy over the last several days. That's why I haven't been able to stream as much as I wanted. But I'm slowly but surely getting everything figured out and settled down to be able to do what I want to do. Which makes me a happy camper. I can tell you that. Hey, we hit level 30. Good, that means we can get the max level enchantments for our new weapons. The spear. The spear. The spear. I have been longing to fiddle around with the spear ever since it got announced as an official addition to the game. I'll grant you, I've also been excited about the Nautilus. Having an easier time building underwater is very much worth the wait for the darn thing to come out. But, yeah, the spear has been my big interest thing. I getcha. Nah. I was definitely going to get a stream out before the new year came around. It's just been one thing after another. Christmas, they say Christmas is the most wonderful time of the year, and they're right. But it's also one of the busiest times of the year. Hey! Every time you turn around, there's something else that's got to be done. It's maddening, that's what it is. But it's that kind of maddening that I'm okay with. Whoa, Bessie. Back in your pen you go. Of course, another cow decided to get in the way. Come on, Bessie. Come here, Bessie. Bessie. Get your backside back in this pen. Oh no. Feeling under the weather? We talking just a mood thing, or are we talking you're feeling ill, like sick? Either way, I hope you'll be all right, man. I hope if you are steak pie? What in the world? What in the world is steak pie? I have never heard of this before. I have never heard this term before in my life. What in the world? Okay, that struck me kind of funny for a moment there. Oh boy, baby polar bear, baby polar bear. Please tell me Papa Bear or Mama Bear is not around. I do not want to deal with an angry polar. An angry polar is a bad polar. Ah, okay, okay. That was kind of confusing. I am so. Oh, I am so sorry you're. I am really sorry you're under the weather, man. I truly am. I joke around, I make light, but I do sincerely wish you weren't sick, and I hope you get better. I hope you get better, and I hope you get better fast. Another thing that makes me excited about the spear, though, to bring us back on that track, I'm excited about the spear partly because, if I am right, it's another weapon that can get looting. Which, that's a big deal, believe it or not. That's a very big deal. Because up until now, we've only been able to get that from swords. Axes can't get looting. So having a spear be able to get looting, if I am correct in what I've been hearing, that's pretty darn good. Oh, nice! Well, hey, a Merry Christmas and a Happy Birthday to you, my friend. That is awesome. Hey, I hope you get to do a lot of celebrating, either way, for both events. Now I am doubly hopeful that you get better fast. Now there's the polar bear. Is he gonna have an issue with me? If he does, I'll smack him. If that polar bear decides it wants to pick a fight with me, I'll smack it right upside the head with my sword. I promise you. Darn animal don't have any beef with me. You beef with me, I'll beat you into submission. You darn bear. Get away from me. I don't even want that thing near me. I'm so tired of polar bears. Last world that we had a ton of polar bears. If you guys didn't see it, it was so tiring to deal with those neck pains. Ah! Where'd my torches go? They're there. Alright, so 10 leather. That's not even enough for... Wow. I'm starting to think I may need to travel back to the, back to the Hobbit Hole at Hobbit's Cove, or Hobbit's Cape, and get myself a bunch of leather and stuff. Because I'm sure I've got a lot in there. If I don't, I would be surprised. But that's thousands of blocks away. Heck no! I put the place hundreds of yards, not even hundreds, thousands of yards away! Don't get me wrong, I love the area that we had at the start of this world, but is there any reason why the game couldn't have made more of the biomes be closer together and still be expansive? You know? Because I would have liked to have had Snowdrift be closer to Hobbit's Cape. Close enough that I could have traveled back and forth. Of course, I could have just as easily made myself ender chests and linked the two bases up through the ender chests in terms of being able to access certain materials that way. Wouldn't have mattered for the farming, though. I guess so. I do think that I need to go over to the village, though, that's nearby, because it occurs to me I should make sure that I have a mending man set up locally, because right now I don't. And if we don't have a mending man, we got a problem. I'm also thinking that immediately after Christmas, we are going to put all other projects on hold and dig a tunnel here in the overworld down at the mine layers from this base all the way to Hobbit's Cape. It's going to be a tunnel that angles, and we're going to probably have to make it taller than normal, because that tunnel is going to be my main access way between the two areas. I'll set up a separate exit from the mines that'll serve as a secondary back door for Hobbit's Cape, for the Hobbit Hole, but also serve as the exit from the underground runway, so to speak. I just realized these guys give leather. An ice motorway would probably not be a bad idea either. I could probably do a long ice boat highway underground, but I stress, we're going to do this one underground, because I've had it with trying to do them on the surface. I'll dig the tunnel and then place the ice underground, where I can be sure that most of the tunnel is already going to be enclosed, you know? Where most of the highway will already be enclosed, and so I won't have to worry about a whole bunch of extra blocks being in the way. That seems to me like the best way to handle it. Yep, an underground ice motorway. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to end up making another hub, another network, another tunnel network, but that one's going to be based in powered rails. And that one is going to be between all bases, yes. But it's actually going to be a network. I don't know. I'm losing track of my terminology here. Ellison, maybe you should stop trying to experiment on Eddie, like it sounds like you're doing, because that's dangerous. Eddie is a very, very powerful Enderman. You really want to risk making him even more powerful and unhinged? I'm half kidding, but at the same time I'm also not kidding. Eddie the Enderman is an entity I would not want to have mutate and be mad. It'd be like dealing with the Hulk, only with teleportation. Gotta think about that. Endermen have teleportation. Mutant monsters are, in Minecraft's vast multiverse, are like the Hulk. Just generically empowered based on what kind of monster they are. Do you really want to risk a Hulk-level entity with teleportation power? These are things that go through my mind when I think of such matters as these. Yeah, a teleporting Hulk-level menace, not something I would want to have to face. So please, Ellison, tell me you have a means of reversing what you did to Eddie. And I just saw that you said you don't have any way to reverse what you did. Okay, I'm gonna have to call in the cavalry with that one. Probably. I wonder if Gene will be willing to listen. Or I could always call in that other guy. He owes me a favor. Well, one way or another, the Eddie situation, the Eddie Enderman situation will get dealt with, but... Ellison, please stop. Don't experiment with Hulkification of mobs, okay? I know that's technically not what you were doing, but it is in essence the same darn thing. So please lay off that particular avenue of experimentation, okay? Because I think I can speak for all of us when I say a mutant Enderman is a frightening thing. To even just consider the possibility is frightening. The fact that it's Eddie Enderman just makes it even worse. Okay. I have no idea how to react to that one, Ryan. I mean, if push comes to shove, if worse comes to worse, I'll see if I can have one of my associates do that with Eddie Enderman. But, wow. I am so glad we have these mob friends being talked about in the chat. It is honestly really fun seeing what everybody comes up with to do with those guys. It honestly really is. It's very fun. Alright. I am seriously in need of wheat. I am starting to think I should head back to Hobbit's Cape long enough to get myself a bunch of wheat so that I have an easier time working with the cows here. I don't entirely want to do that, but I may not have much of a choice. Problem is, before I go anywhere, I would want to have the spear already be enchanted. Darn it. That stinks. Because I would want to be able to take the spear and have it in my hand as we travel as my riding weapon, you know? That's another thing that I like about how they've added in the spear. Makes so that if you have a hard time fighting while mounted, you can just use the spear and boom, you'll be good to go. It does make me wonder, what are they going to do for the next Smash Brothers if they include Steve again? If they include Minecraft in the next Smash Brothers again, what are they going to do with it? Okay, I have no idea what's going on now, Ryan, but if you manage to deal with the Eddie situation, I appreciate it, my dude. I truly do. Oh, man. Emoticon play. That's good. Actually, I almost feel like I should run around this area on horseback and do some hunting. In fact, that's what we're gonna do. As you can see, we're gonna go ahead and ride around rather, and put our spear to use. Okay, change in plan. Get the horse put away. 'Cause horsey Epona about to die. And I don't know where the lead went. Why is that not working? It's supposed to be a thing where you can run through with the spear and it'll do damage. Why is that not working? Am I just misunderstanding how it's used or something? I thought, hey, maybe we can use the spear to run around and get ourselves some loot. Take down some strays, get some bones. No, that apparently is not what you can do. Doesn't make sense. Okay, what was the difference there? Uh-huh. Well, thank you for the update, Ryan. Yeah, I may have to call in my associates to deal with Eddie at this point. It sounds like he's kind of gotten out of hand.
No.
Okay, so I'm thinking where my problem was coming in is I have to have the spear properly readied before I ram into the opponent or run through the opponent. And then I've still got to aim right. I just hit that guy multiple times. Yeah, this thing really... I really need to get sharpness on a spear so that this thing will be better. Because right now it's kinda... I don't want to say trash, but... it's close. It's really close. It's not good. I'm also tempted to go back to Hobbit's Cape so that we can get some XP and have an easier time doing what we gotta do here. You know, enchant the spear, I mean. But I want to stay here and I want to keep farming wood and get things ready to work on Christmas themed and winter themed projects. It's the whole reason I came out here, you know? Well, maybe it wouldn't be such a bad idea. Maybe what I need to do is go to the Nether in this area. In-game? Nope. No, I do not. I do not have one in-game yet. I want to put one up. I want to build one up of some kind. Last world that I did, I set up a Christmas tree. It was one of these trees, and I just added some decoration to it. I'd like to do the same kind of thing again, but I don't know if I can. Because... I don't know why. I'm just not sure if I can. Oh, I know what my problem with it is. I don't know if we'll be able to have the materials to actually make it and make it look good. I think that's my big question. Do I have time in the chaos of real life? Do I have time to be able to devote time to building any of the Christmas projects that I had in mind at this point. I'm honestly not sure. Yeah, I did it before, but I had different materials and a different situation going on at the time. And I was able to stream a lot more. Lately, life has just been so chaotic, it's been hard to do my streams consistently. I don't like it, but it is what it is. It's life. Tempted to see what we can get with just 5 bookshelves. Just to see what we can get on the spear before we head out. Because I am thinking we may make a trip to Hobbit's Cape before we get going on the building over here. Oh, darn it. Good thing I got Silk Touch. Otherwise, that would have been a very frustrating issue. Yeah, we are not doing that. Those are garbage enchantments. Wow, okay. This is gonna be a pain in the neck. This is why we need the leather. We need to craft the bookshelves. But we also need a ton of levels because we're probably gonna have to cycle a bunch of enchantments. Use up a lot of lapis, but what are you gonna do, you know? So, I will say that any projects that I had in mind that I don't do this year, I will do the next year around Christmas time. Which, for anybody wondering, for me, Christmas season always starts with Thanksgiving and goes on through New Year's. That's when I personally feel it's time. Okay, you had your fun on the 1st. The new year has truly begun. Start it right. Get everything taken down. That's how I personally would handle it. Yeah, this is the thing. I know I've got all those farms and things at the other base, and the fact that I know I have them is making it hard to focus on what is right here, right in front of me. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? The new year is coming fast. It's scary. You know, I think I am gonna make my way back to Hobbit's Cove, or Hobbit's Cape. Head back to the Hobbit Hole, get some stuff from there, and then come back. Because the farming going on here is good, but it's taking too long. Hey! Echo! Echo is returned! Echo has returned! Let us all brace ourselves for another round of chaos. For chaos has come. Maybe. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and make our way back to the hobbit hole. And we're gonna hope that on the way, we get what we need to do what we want to do. Ooh! Maybe while we're... Well, no, I'd need pufferfish. I know... I was just thinking, maybe we could get a nautilus, but... 3 problems with that. Number 1, this base doesn't have access to real water. Number 2, we would need pufferfish to tame it. And number 3, what is the chance of us actually finding a nautilus right away? Huh? I don't expect it's a very high chance. I don't expect the probability is very high. But, who knows? We'll see. Why am I traveling on foot, flat out? My mind is so all over the place. This is the other part of the problem. I am very distractible at times. There are times where I can be very, very distractible, and it messes with everything in the game. Because I'm focusing on one project, oh, wait, distraction. And then I'll completely forget what I was doing until I see the project again. And then I'll keep going, I'll be going, distraction. You know what I mean? Does anybody else ever have that problem? Whatever else happens, I think we're gonna have to stop at the village nearby and get ourselves a spare bed, because I don't think we have a bed right now. Well, nice to know there's a lava pool nearby, so I can get lava for a cobblestone generator if I need it. Not that I expect I'll need it. Hey guys, tell me something. Do horses still sink in water with the Mounts of Mayhem update? Or can they actually swim, finally? Yep. Yep. I'm glad to hear that someone else knows my pain, Ryan. That is exactly the kind of thing that happens to me. And it happens to me a lot. It is absolutely annoying. It is one of the most annoying things in the world. An igloo? Here? Ah, snap. I didn't bring a fence post. Or an arrow, so bringing the bow was kind of pointless. Hang out here, horsey. No freaking way. No way we find this high up. We actually found this high up. Are you kidding? Tell me you are kidding. Game. This is nuts. Okay. I'm taking a screenshot. And I'm taking one on one of my devices. So that we can come back here later, if we ever need to, and work with these villagers. Who knows? We may want to make a base in this area at some point. But there is no way we just found that high up. You've got to be absolutely kidding me. The reason I can't hunt while I travel, right? But if anybody knows if horses can actually swim now while you're riding them, please let me know. So it seems. It does seem like they kind of gave us a small one. Holy Toledo. Holy smokes! They actually did it! They finally upped it. They... How long have I been saying I wanted that? How long have I freaking said I wanted horses to be able to swim while being ridden? And they finally freaking did it! I wasn't sure if that was legit! I mean, obviously, it is slow compared to what it could be. And it is not going to be very fast across wide open oceans, but across short rivers and gaps? Heck yeah! Mojang, you brilliant masterminds! I did not realize this was a thing. I did not realize the update included them finally making it so that horses could swim. Okay. Oh freaking K. I like it. I should really stop saying that. But I'm just that excited. Okay. There. I omitted the word. I was getting tired of hearing myself say it. That is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. Now, if only we could go through leaves easier. I know, now I'm kind of being a little picky. But that is amazing. Exactly! Exactly, Ryan! Ryan gets it! It's about darn time they fix that. Now I can actually use my horse to travel longer distances. That is absolutely amazing. Mojang cooked with this one. They finally updated that. and made it actually the way it's supposed to be. Because, I'm sorry, horses should have always been able to swim while you were riding them. That should have always been a thing. The fact that it wasn't was a travesty. Okay. Let's get out of this hole. Okay, I am starting to like the spear more. A little. It feels like you gotta have some level of good aim with this, though. Hey, Leo! Glad you can make it, pal. Guess what I just learned? Mojang finally fixed horses. They swim! They actually, factually swim! They are not bricks! They are actual horses! Oh, that is amazing, too. I am so glad that's a thing. Of course, we are going to have to use the lead to cross bigger gaps of water still. But come on, tell me that that's not awesome. Now I can actually cross rivers and streams on my horse without having to hop off and use a stinking lead to bring the horse along every single time. Now, on the most modern version of the game, I actually have the ability to ride my horse from one part of the world to the other. This is revolutionary. It should have been a thing a long time ago, but I'm glad we have it now. I will take what I can get. I will take what I get, and I will be very happy, which I am. I am very, very happy about this. Again, this change should have happened a long time ago, but I'm glad that we finally have this function. Well, of course not in lava! If we can't tolerate the hot juice, do you think the horse is going to be able to tolerate the hot juice? Hot juice. I still call it that. That's my joke with myself. The hot juice. So at this point, I'm just making a straightaway beeline for Hobbit's Cape, because I want to get some stuff. Ryan calls it baked beans. I guess I can kind of see that. I've always thought of it as the hot juice as a joke, because it's orange. And all the extra stuff in it that's not just plain orange is basically the pulp. It's basically pulpy, nasty, hot orange juice. I just realized I left my Silk Touch pick back at Snowdrift. I could have brought that along with us and repaired it. Why did I not think of that? I guess it's because I want to build a new XP farm out in Snowdrift for Snowdrift. Okay, I actually really like the spear. I like how the spear plays. Now that I'm really getting a feel for, it, I am liking it more and more. It's a good weapon. I wish you could do more damage as base, but I'll take what I got. I'll take what we got. I also have to say, I like the fact they make it so that the longer you hold the spear up, the more tired your arms get. And so gradually your character lowers the spear more and more until it's just keep it up, keep it up. Because that's very realistic. And while Minecraft isn't the most realistic thing in the world in terms of games and the comparison between it and real life, it is fairly consistent in emulating many aspects of real life. It emulates a fair amount of realism within its own unrealistic universe. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I was kind of trying to find the right words there, and sometimes I have most of the right words, and then I have the wrong words, and it gets difficult to keep them apart. But now that we can cross rivers and streams with ease on a horse, watch me use any other means of transportation for the fun of it. Okay. It does seem to have a very narrow line of activity in that it doesn't... The attack range is very much focused ahead of you. And you have to have the spear fully locked in, it seems. So, once it's there, you're good. Any moment before that, it's not set. I have a nasty suspicion that this is a thunderstorm, but I don't know for sure. Okay, it's not. Or at least it doesn't seem to be. Well, thank you for containing Eddie for us, Ryan. I appreciate that. Now I don't have to call in that favor before I was ready to do so. Because I have acquaintances in the vastness of the virtual realm that would happily lend a hand to deal with an out-of-control, souped-up Enderman. But The favors those people owe me, I'd rather hold on to until I actually, you know, need them. Okay, yeah, the line of range is narrow, and you've got to be lined up and primed. Alright, so let's just head to Hobbit's Cave. Let's focus back in on getting home. To our old home. No worries, Ellison. Good news, Eddie has been contained. Bad news, there's a different Enderman out here now. I forgot that it was raining. I hit him with the spear, and he teleported out into the rain. That's funny. That is funny. Whoop. Ow! Okay, I will say that the range to the sides of the spear charge might need to be adjusted, because at least when you're on a horse, it should be kind of a cone. Kind of a cone that grows based on the hitbox of the entity or entity combo making use of the spear. That's kind of what I feel. But I am still happy with what we got. It's still really darn good. Oh. Ow. I forgot I wasn't using my sword. My sword has knockback. The spear does not. Yeah, there's apparently been some goings-on with methods necessary to contain Eddie in the souped-up state that he ended up in. Unexpected circumstances and consequences. But he does seem to be contained for now. Alright. Alright, so we're back at Hobbit's Cape. I am going to go back to Snowdrift next session, but for right now, I gotta figure out what I need to take back to Snowdrift with me. And it's getting late, so I'm going to have to call this session to a close by saying thank you all ever so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, please be sure to leave likes and comments. Subscribe if you haven't done it yet. It's free. You can always change your mind later if you need to. And don't forget to share the channel with your friends. Check out the About page for links to other pages with more content. And, of course, to smack that notification bell so you don't miss the next stream or video. That all being said, thank you once again for watching. I am JGuard01, your guide, your bard, and your humble host into the world's virtual. And I'll see you all next time right here on Guardian Studios. Oh, that's right. Bye! Here. Bye! It's the best wave I can do right now.